Caesar on the Druids. The Druids are concerned with divine things. They look after sacrifices, public and private, and they explain religious questions. A great number of young men flock to them to learn, and they are viewed with great honour amongst them, for they decide in almost all disputes, public and private, and if any crime has been committed or murder done, or if there is a dispute about inheritance or boundaries, the Druids settle the issue. They decide the rewards and punishments. If anyone does not obey their decision, either private or public, they ban them from sacrifices. This is the most severe penalty amongst them. Those who are thus banned for these things are considered impious and criminal. Everyone avoids them, and they flee their approach and conversation, in case they receive any harm from their contact. Neither is any justice given to them when they seek it, nor is any honour given to them. However, one is in charge of all these Druids, who has the highest authority among them. After this man's death, either any who stands out in dignity succeeds, or if there are many equal, they compete for the leadership of the vote of the Druids, or sometimes even with armed force. It is thought that their rule of life was discovered in Britain and transferred from there to Gaul, and now those who want to study the subject more accurately journey generally to Britain to learn it. The Druids are accustomed to being exempt from war, nor do they pay taxes together with the rest. They have an exemption for military service and a freedom from all matters. Encouraged by so many rewards, many gather of their own accord for training, and they are sent to it by their parents and relations. There they are said to learn by heart a great number of verses, therefore some spending 20 years in training. Nor do they think it is right to commit these verses to writing, although in most other matters they use Greek characters. That practice they seem to me to have adopted for two reasons. Because they neither want their education to be divulged among the masses, nor those who learn to devote themselves less to the efforts of memory and rely on writing. They especially wish to persuade people of this, that souls do not perish, but cross from one body to another after death. And they think that this men are most greatly excited to virtue, with the fear of death ignored. They discuss and teach the young people of many other things, about the stars and their motions, and about the extent of the world and of our earth, about the nature of things, about the power of majesty and the immortal gods. Every nation of the Gauls is extremely devoted to the religious beliefs, and on that account, those who are affected by severe illness and those who are engaged in battles and dangers either sacrifice men as victims or vow that they will sacrifice them, and they employ the Druids as assistants at those sacrifices, because they think that unless the life of a man can be offered in return for the life of a man, the power of the immortal gods cannot be appeased, and they have sacrifices of the same kind established publicly. Others have figures of a huge size, the body of which, woven with branches, they fill with living men. After the figure has been set on fire, the men are enveloped in the flames and die. They think the execution of those who have been caught in theft or in robbery or in any other offence is more pleasing to the immortal gods. But when a supply of that type runs out, they even descend to the execution of the innocent.